Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Redeemables, a podcast where we watch movies that scored 50 or below on the Metacritic scale and decide to either redeem them or nail them to the cross.
To the cross.
My name is Kenny, and today I'm joined by a lonely, small-time pot dealer, BJ.
Yeah, knew it was going to be me.
And a lonely, there's a theme here, middle-aged stripper whose best years may be behind him, Duff.
No fucking way. You haven't seen me stripping a bloody and
No,
mechanics.
I definitely have. Does your crutch take 20s?
Yeah.
There's not many locations I haven't seen you strip. So this week I've chosen what I regard as one of the best comedies of the last 10 years, or just 10 years, just scrapes in. We're the Millers.
So how was work this evening, neighbor?
I need a lap dance, table 5. Don't get too close. The guy smells like asparagus pea and he's got a hook hand.
You're not a neighbor. You're a pot dealer.
I have a smidge of marijuana down in Mexico. Bring it back here by Sunday night. I will pay you $100,000.
It was way out of my league.
You don't have a choice. What the hell's that?
I bought an orca.
I make a lot of money.
You're probably gonna get searched at the border. You could wear a disguise.
Bane from Batman, something like that. Oh, there's no drugs in here. There's nothing to worry about. How would you like to make 10 grand?
Drug dealing?
It's not drug dealing. It's smuggling. Me crossing the border alone? Huge red flag. But families, hi, they don't get a second look. So I need you to be my wife. Come on. Look, I hired this dork that lives in my building and a little gutter punk. Kenny, meet your new sister.
I've always wanted a sister.
Get it off of me.
We just have to dress up like a squeaky clean all-American family. This is my son, Kenny Miller, and my lovely daughter, Casey.
Jesus.
Hola, I'm here to pick up a smidge of pot. This is not a smidge. You got me moving enough weed to kill Willie Nelson, man.
Good.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah,
So-
I think Duff's tweeting. Are you tweeting
No,
something?
I'm IMDbing We're the Millers because I watched it, but I can't fucking remember anything about it, which is not great.
It's not a good
This
start.
is the one time I should have done notes.
The one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy
Episode
that's
90.
never done them. So for those that don't know, We're the Millers is a 2013 American crime comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crime. Yeah,
It's
there's
a whole
crime
genre,
involved.
apparently.
Yeah.
Film directed by Rawson M. Thurber and
Okay.
starring Jennifer Aniston, Jason Sudeikis, Emma Roberts, Will Poulter, Nick Offerman, Catherine Hahn, Molly Quinn, and Ed Helms. Nice little cast, isn't
Yeah,
it?
great cast.
Great
that-
cast, yeah. All-star.
A lot of people, my wife included, say they get Jason Sudeikis
Yes.
and Ed Helms mixed up all the time. I can't see it.
No.
And then I was talking to someone today, and I go, "Which one's that?" And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding? Who do you think it is? Ed Helms? No."
Yeah, no, they're not the same. You know who is very similar, though? I reckon Jason Sudeikis and Jason Bateman could actually be switched in every movie they've done,
No, just
and it would probably be okay.
Nah.
There's some crossover there.
You could picture a Jason Bateman role. Like
Yeah.
what's the one, the Change Up or whatever it is with
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Sudeikis instead of Bateman. Doesn't matter.
What
Yeah.
about
It's the
Horrible
same movie.
Bosses? Well, they're in the same movie, completely different characters.
Well, that can't work.
No, if we just switch their characters.
And are you going with Sudeikis? I'm going to apologise now
Yeah.
because you know I have nicknames. It's Sudeikis for me. So
Okay.
just
Is
to
it-
let everyone know.
I was wondering. I was letting
Before
someone else say
Ken
it
gets
first.
an angry email from one of his pompous
So
friends,
You're saying Sudeikis.
Sudeikis is what I'm at.
I think I say
Sudoku.
Maybe
Wait.
Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, whatever.
I was going to call him Jason.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman.
I'm happy with that.
God.
You guys want a Wikipedia plot synop?
Of course I do.
All right. In Denver, low-level marijuana dealer David Clark is robbed of his money and stash, some of which he owes to his drug supplier and college acquaintance, Brad Girdlinger. Girdlinger forces him to smuggle marijuana from Mexico to clear his debt. Realizing that one man attempting to get through customs would be suspicious, David hires his neighbors, a stripper stage name Rose, local runaway Casey, a naive, recently abandoned teenager Kenny, to pose as his wife, daughter, and son, respectively, dubbing themselves the Millers.
The Millers.
It's a great synopsis, that
Yeah,
one.
very comprehensive.
Very
again.
comprehensive,
Yeah, well done,
yeah.
Wikipedia.
Yeah,
There's
I
another
like that
dollar
one.
coming your way.
You guys want a tagline?
Yeah.
There's only one, and it is simply, if anyone asks.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
it.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone asks.
Yeah,
We're
I like
the
it.
Millers.
Oh, we're the Millers?
No, it just says if anyone asks. We're the Millers.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Well, We're the Millers is the title.
Yeah.
And
Well, wouldn't you say we're the Millers if anyone asks.
Or you could say, if anyone asks.
Is it
We're the
asked
Millers.
with a question mark? If anyone asks?
Could be. I'm glad we did a deep dive on that.
Yeah. All right, so we're happy with that?
Yeah, I like it.
Have you
It's
got
good.
a better one,
Yeah,
Duff?
No, I got nothing.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Stats?
Yeah.
Budget, what do you reckon?
Ooh.
When was it made? Sorry, 2013.
13, yeah.
That was a different time.
I'll go 70 million budget.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, actually, there's some talent in this movie. $54 million.
The money's on the cast for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
37 mil.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not bad.
So no one was getting paid a heap. Aniston probably took the fucking lion's share of that.
Yeah, and she earned it.
She did. She did. Yeah, 37 mil. That doesn't feel like a lot for a
Jason
pretty...
wasn't a big star.
No, not at all. No.
No, not yet.
He was around.
He was
No.
around.
Oh, he's always been around.
Yeah.
He's been
But he
around for
wasn't Ted
25
Lasso.
years. But, yeah. All right, cool. GBO.
Okay.
What did it turn over?
Did well. People going to the movies back then too.
Yeah, they
I
were.
think I've seen this at the movies.
Yeah.
I want to go with 240 million.
Comedy wasn't dead yet either.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna
discuss that
we're
in a
gonna
minute.
give a time of death to comedy.
Yeah,
Great.
I think it was 2013.
This is the
in my
cranial
research.
inquest. The
Yeah.
cranial inquest into the death of
This
comedy.
might have been. This didn't cause the death.
Yeah.
but this might have been the setting sun of comedies.
Right,
Or
okay.
this is the end. Probably
This is
with
the
it too.
twilight years of comedy.
Yeah, yeah. I think
All
it
right,
was.
interesting. I'm glad we're the ones that are going to litigate that.
Yeah.
I think that's
Why
what,
not?
that's what the people want.
We're experts in our field.
Yeah, it's a word I don't throw around.
GBO.
Field. 185 million.
Okay. You were very close, Duff, but it's a massive 270 mil.
I think it
Wow.
was big. It was very big.
Yeah. And then what happened? Why did they stop making them?
Weather Millers 2 is coming.
Oh, that's up for debate. But yeah, but no, not as in why did they stop making We're the Millers, but why did they stop making these type of comedies?
Because for
Right,
every
ideas.
Weather Millers, there's 19 the do-overs.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so they're still making them. They're just not making good ones.
They're not making good
You
ones.
might be able to
yeah.
say that about a lot of types of movie, though.
But it's not like this one. I mean,
Comedy is word of mouth, yeah? I think most of the marketing is based on word of mouth. Fuck, it's funny.
or a cast.
I'll go watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cast.
Well, you were just saying Jennifer Aniston was the only big one. Looking back then, she was.
No. But as in, you're like that whole cast is funny, right?
now.
Yeah. Was Parks and Rec out at that point with
Yeah,
Nick Offerman?
yeah.
So everyone knew the cast.
Hoffman, Hahn, they were, big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here because I don't know stats of this sort of thing. But like the cinema, I don't think people go to the cinema. It's more of an event now to go to the cinema, and comedies aren't necessarily what you're going to go and watch on the big screen.
So comedies are
they're
streaming.
streaming. Yeah, they're VOD,
streaming.
I reckon.
And they still can't seem to get that quite right anyway. But
Not often.
No.
Not often.
When they hit, they hit.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a lot recently.
No, there really hasn't.
We'll get into that. I think we've actually discussed it before on the pod.
We have.
Okay.
We haven't given it the cranial inquest though, which is a new angle.
Tonight's the night.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to know the user
Forensic
review?
examination.
So the Metacritic was 44. Sorry, I should have
44?
said that. Yeah.
Okay.
The user review was 70 from
Yeah.
500,000 ratings.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
The
500,000
people enjoyed
ratings.
it.
Yeah.
They went and spent money on it, and then they rated it on the internet.
Certainly did. Speaking of ratings, what do you reckon?
What do I think of the movie?
No, as in what do you reckon it was rated? As in
Oh.
as in the M, the PGs.
I suck at this. MA.
MA, yeah.
Got to be MA.
MA it is.
Yeah.
Language, violence, and sexual references. I don't think there was a lot
Nothing
of
about
violence.
weed?
but- Nah. Well, not on IMDb. It didn't say anything. But there was no drug use, but drug references. It should have said.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
shit.
But then no one actually got high
Yeah, right.
at any point of the movie. Fun fact that I didn't even write down as a fun fact.
Really?
Did they?
No,
I don't think they did.
recall.
No.
they did.
No.
It's a clean drug movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they're just ruining lives with the reefer and not enjoying the spoils.
I got some critic reviews. Number one is from your old mate Roger Moore.
Oh, yeah.
And at this point, he was working for the McClatchy Tribune news service. Things were not going well for Rog. I'm pretty sure we've had Rog before, but it was
Several
for like
times.
the New York Times or something.
Yeah.
And now he's at McClatchy Tribune news
Was he just
service.
difficult to work with, Roger, do you reckon? And he just kept sliding down? He's
I
he's
think
probably
so.
like a belligerent alcoholic. He has long lunches.
Sounds like he's living on an Indian reserve.
He might be an
Yeah.
upskirter.
He could be
I reckon Roger
a
was
chair sniffer.
Militia.
All right. Rog said it aims for that hangover blend of the sick and the sentimental, and it doesn't work. He gave it 38.
Wow.
Pretty generous if it doesn't work, but
Yeah.
so that's what he had to say. Which is
He was probably drunk again.
I don't think there was much sick in there. I can't think of anything sick.
Oh, the balls, but I mean, there was in terms of gross out comedy, there wasn't. a heap
No,
of
there
it.
wasn't a lot. There wasn't any shit.
There was
there?
that. No, not
Was
really.
there
There wasn't any feces, but I mean, there was the giganticism of the testicles.
There was a giant test.
But that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I wouldn't say it was sick.
And I don't think they
just a human
overplayed
body.
the testicle.
No, they did it perfectly. I can still picture it. Can you guys still picture it
yeah,
perfectly?
yeah.
Amazing.
We're not doing this again.
We saw it for a split second.
Coming straight from cock and balls.
We're moving.
to big
No,
balls.
Sorry, I forgot.
We're not doing it again.
I forgot.
We're done with that.
Yeah.
Clean it up, guys.
We got letters.
We did. We actually did. I got a phone call. I got a voicemail. I got a voicemail about it.
Oh, what?
All I said was, stop it.
They were all for it. All right. Next one's from Justin Chang from Variety. He said, even a premise this stupidly contrived stands a fair chance of working if there are a few decent yucks to be had, but absent any such inspiration. Where the Millers falls back on the sort of lazy but desperate sexually fixated non sequiturs that have become de rigueur in studio comedies, jabbing repeatedly at the human groin in hopes of eventually hitting something funny.
Jesus, I
Wow.
think I'm blacked out.
I completely disagree with everything you said because I thought the writing was the highlight. I thought the joke writing was really good. Yeah, so a lot of it you could tell was improv, but I thought there was some solid joke writing in there.
Not a lot of sexual innuendo or leaning on
really,
that at
man.
all.
Not really.
I thought it was brutal humor. I love it.
Yeah. And that's the thing is the
Fuck off, Ned Flanders.
Yeah. It was just Sudeikis being a prick.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing toilet humor.
But
or
when
dick
it leaned,
humor.
when there was anything that sort of leaned towards that sort of sexual innuendo, it kind of got derailed by, ironically, a non sequitur sort of joke.
Yeah.
That, like when Emma Roberts was saying she's not pregnant because she's mostly been doing anal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't, I'd forgotten that was coming.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
a non sequitur joke that sort of, it took any innuendo out of it. to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest.
It was just bang straight.
Yeah.
We're not doing innuendo. Yeah.
That's good writing.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. So you can go fuck off, Chang.
De jour.
So next we've got Kyle Smith from the New York Post.
I like the sound of Kyle. I believe in Kyle.
He says, the movie directed by the formerly promising... wow.
Formerly promised he's written him off. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Savage.
Directed by the... I haven't actually read these because I just copied and pasted them.
Yeah.
I type them out. But, the movie directed by the formerly promising Rowan Marshall Thurber. He wrote and directed the hilarious Dodgeball.
Oh, did he?
Thinks it's subverting the conventions of the sitcom with a revolutionary new idea, which is do everything exactly the way a sitcom would, plus lots of swearing and dirty jokes. I don't entirely disagree that it is a bit sitcom-y if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything's a setup for a joke. Everything that happens is like sitcoms, it's like every line
Also,
has to...
sitcom's not a slur. Like, there's good sitcoms,
There's
right?
good sitcoms, yeah.
So if you gave me a good sitcom with make it a bit bawdy, give me some swearing and a bit of weed adjacent joke stuff.
Yep. Exactly what I was going to say.
I'm your audience.
And I go, it is a little tiny bit sitcom,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad thing.
Seinfeld After Dark.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's go.
And the last one, I had to include her because she's a regular on the show. It's our old friend Anne Hornaday from the Washington Post.
Hornaday keeps the doctor away.
It would be dishonest to claim it isn't funny. The laughs may come in fits and starts, usually by way of sight gags and set pieces, but they do come, and then they go. She gave it 37.
Okay.
But
So she
am
wanted
I a mentalist? Because I think that's a good one.
It's a good one, yeah. She wanted everything to be a joke.
Yeah.
She was not happy with the sentimental parts, I think, is probably what she's getting at. But I feel like without that, the movie is nothing.
Yeah, we
I
do
say a lot about
like
this.
it's
It needs a bit of heart.
We
We
do.
need to feel
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, this is right. We've
What was
discussed this.
We did a comedy, and that's all for that, so we can kind of go into the breakdown. But we did a comedy that we said lacked a bit of heart.
Yeah,
was
we
it
had
Along
one that
Came
we-
Polly?
No, Along Came Polly force fed us heart.
Yeah.
No, we did an early one, which I can't quite recall
Step
right now.
Brothers?
No, it's Happy Gilmore. Was it?
Happy
Oh,
Gilmore.
it was.
Yeah.
It was. It was Happy Gilmore. There was no heart at all.
Yeah.
Or it tried to with the grandma, but there wasn't really much there.
Grandma has my heart forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was also just a goofy, silly comedy. It wasn't meant to have heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they have to have heart comedies.
I think it has to have some sort
Yeah.
of sentimental.
Yeah,
pull.
I think of all my favorite comedies, and they've all got like that nice bit of sentimental. Like, there's 1,000 jokes, but there's a reason for the jokes, or at least there's a reason for making the fucking movie.
Yeah.
it's about
What
something.
do they want? Like a depressing ending to a comedy?
Yeah,
We want
or maybe they just want all jokes.
All jokes all the time.
Yeah.
All jokes all the
But
time.
if you do all jokes all the time, they go the other way and go,
Yeah, only
You know, it's the
heart.
70% of the
Yeah.
jokes landed, and they're like, yeah, but there was 1,500 jokes.
yeah.
Mm.
That's a good ratio.
Yeah.
yeah. So like, yeah, okay. I think comedy gets judged on a harsher scale by a lot of critics.
Of course it does.
It's either funny or
now.
there's no. I don't think there's any grey areas. It's either funny or not funny.
Yeah, and what is funny is just so subjective that it's a really difficult thing to judge.
Yeah.
You watch this on a Sunday morning hungover, it's going to be funny. You watch it that same Sunday night, you're not going to find it as funny.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty funny.
I thought it was pretty
Trust
funny.
me.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
What do you guys like about it, other than the funniness? I mean, it was pretty clean, as in the way it was put together.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, not the jokes; they were all dirty, but
Slick.
like,
It's
it
a
was
slick movie.
Yeah.
A cast, as you said, cast is just A1.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about Offerman and Hahn because I haven't seen this for 8 or 9 years, probably at least.
Just watched it the once when it came out. Is that
I
what
think
you
I've
mean?
watched it once or twice.
Yeah. I think
As a-
maybe only twice.
I'm a
for me.
fan.
I like the weed baby.
Yeah, the weed baby. Yes. Yeah, but I mean, everything is good with Nick Offerman. I'm a big Nick.
You're a big Nick guy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
okay.
massive
Isn't everyone
Parks
a
and
big
Rec guy.
Nick?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Did you like his episode of The Last of Us? Have you watched that yet?
Oh,
that was
yeah.
very
Did
good.
I?
Yeah.
What a masterpiece that was.
Yeah.
Incredible.
He wasn't as funny in that.
Oh, he wasn't. He wasn't doing funny. There's no funny.
He's
Nick.
quite versatile, isn't he?
Yeah, but I loved Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
I was
me
late
too.
to it, like most things. Like everyone told me to watch it, and I was like, I'll get around to it.
Didn't he kind of did a bit with that character. Didn't he have this like man show or something? Wasn't it
Yeah.
not a home improvement show, but he was or something like that? Teaching people how to cook steaks or as that character. It's like a
think so,
YouTube show or
maybe.
something. I feel
But
like
he has.
did that.
He's done the other. He's done that show with not Tina Fey. The other,
His wife.
no, not his wife.
Amy
Who's his
Poehler.
wife?
Amy Poehler's not his wife, is it?
No, it's
He's married
the
to
chick from
Parks and Rec.
Grace. Oh, I don't fucking know her name.
She's also in Parks and Rec.
She's in Parks and Rec as a sex fiend.
Yeah,
Ex-
yeah. You know if you saw her, I can't think of her
Yeah.
name, unfortunately. But
Okay.
Oh,
Mrs.
Will and Grace. She
Mrs.
was the
Hoffman.
friend in Will and Grace.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know her.
I've never
Yeah.
watched an episode in my life.
Well, she was in Along Came Polly.
Was she?
Isn't that the main chick in Along Came Polly, the Will and Grace chick?
No, different one.
Oh, different girl.
Yeah.
Nah, this is
The brunette.
the friend.
Oh yeah.
Not Will or Grace.
Fuck, this has gone on too
Will
long.
and
man.
Grace's friend.
This has gone on too
Somebody's just screaming at their fucking
I don't
phone
care.
right now.
This girl is not even in the movie.
I don't care.
She's
I've
got
moved
more
on.
fucking time. She's got more pod time than fucking. What's that girl from Friends' name?
Courtney
shit.
Cox.
No,
What a mess.
it's Matt LeBlanc.
I hate it.
Do you know what I thought was an interesting choice, really, from the get go? And I didn't hate it, but why did we start with the viral videos?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because it's just proven he's a slacker.
Oh,
he's just
it's
sitting
hard to
there.
think, yeah.
What's his job? Oh, just slacking. Gets a weed call. Gotta go.
Yeah,
But
felt a
that's
bit
his job.
Tosh.0. I didn't mind it, but I was like, by now we've seen those videos a million times, and it felt a little bit ham-fisted the way they forced that in.
Didn't age well either because those videos are so old now.
Yeah.
and they surely they would have known that.
Yeah, it just
That in
seemed like
10
an
years'
odd
time,
choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still like the cat.
and maybe I'm wrong here, but was 10 years ago the boom and the beginning of viral videos?
Maybe.
Yeah, so maybe it was just a huge thing in pop culture at the time. We're all so new to now we get 40 of them a day.
This is where they got the idea for ridiculousness. This is what we wrought on the world.
I didn't
Rob Dyrdek was watching this movie and he's like, you know what?
my like Rob Dyrdek,
I got an
he's
idea.
good, that guy. I like his caps. My original thought with that was that they were trying to set the tone for the movie or like put
Yeah.
you in like a jovial mood.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's a weird thing. Like, just rely on the jokes, and they
Yeah,
come
felt
thick and
odd.
fast, real quick. Like,
Yeah.
it was unnecessary. I did like the straight after that they do the montage of him selling weed.
Yeah, that
I
was
thought, oh,
great.
that was cool.
So they
They
get
probably
the guy
just-
from Reno 911.
Man, that fucking guy.
That guy just
he
fucking
kills
makes me
it.
giggle every time I
He
see him.
kills it. That bit there with him, and he says, he goes, "Man, you're killing it. No responsibilities, no kids, no wife, nothing. You could disappear tomorrow and no one would notice."
I envy you, man. I do. Look at you. No wife, no kids, no responsibilities. Nothing. Yeah. You got nothing. You could disappear tomorrow and who'd even know? What I wouldn't give.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I didn't mean that like that. I mean,
Oh,
you know.
no, it's all right.
I mean,
Doesn't
this
bother
is-
me.
this- No.
That's all right.
I ended up, one of the things we tend to do when we do a comedy is I've just got a list of things that made me laugh. And the first one is that guy. And when he calls his wife, he's like, "Great news, we're going to get high and fuck tonight." He goes, "Oh, sorry, honey, can you put your mum on the phone?" What it does well is it with the double up jokes, the doubling down on a joke with a slight misdirect.
Yeah, it took it. Every joke goes to the
I'm a
next level,
sucker for that kind of writing.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Like you think the joke's done, and then they just expertly time another little line in there that's just that little bit further along.
Yeah, there was one of those in the barbershop where he's talking about being a lowly scumbaggy. Like,
would you like to read the quote? Can I give you the
Oh
quote?
man,
Have you got it?
No, I don't.
the guy's like, right over here, pal.
Can I read you that?
Yeah.
Because it resonated so much with me.
I did put it in my notes, but I didn't write down the spiel. So hit it.
He says, so sitting in the barber chair and he wants to look more like a normie. So he says,
yeah, I say, give me some that says I get up every morning at 5:30 and commute for an hour and a half to some bullshit job. Or my jag-off boss expects me to kiss his balls all day just so I can afford to keep my ungrateful screaming kids decked out and Dora the Explorer shit and my wife up to her fat ass in self-help videos until the day I get up the courage to put a shotgun in my mouth.
and then the guy behind goes, right here.
The guy with the worst haircut you've ever seen. This is it.
So again, perfect example. Like even you think the
joke
bit's done,
Then add a little bit of extra.
quick
Love it.
pause, boom.
Yes. Another thing that I could not stop laughing at was Luis Guzman. Massive Luis Guzman.
Yeah, who isn't?
1,000. And the whole sucking a dick fucking thing
That-
went on for 5 minutes. And then they find out it's pesos. He gives him the pesos. He goes, you've got to suck that guy's dick.
I can't believe you're going to suck that guy's dick.
I love how he picked up a cigarette butt and a bottle cap, and he goes, you go behind the rock.
Suck his dick. Suck his dick, and I'll be over here.
And if you notice, he puts his cigarette butt down, so he's there, and he goes around and sucks his dick.
And then
That's the worst game plan ever.
Then later on, when he won't kiss the chick, and he says, "Don't be afraid to kiss a girl." He goes, "Not so long ago, you were going to suck a guy's dick."
That's actually my funniest bit in the whole movie for me. The whole Luis Guzman
The
bit.
Guzman.
Yeah.
Guzman.
And he says,
I get Guzman.
And Kenny says to him, he goes, "What? Wait, I'm homophobic because I don't want to put a penis in my mouth." And he goes, "Exactly. That's exactly what homophobic is."
Kenny, front and center, buddy.
Okay, so what's the plan? We're going to pretend to, and then you're gonna jump in.
No. The plan is here. Okay. Let's see. You're this bottle cap,
Right.
All right, and I am this cigarette butt.
Okay.
That's us.
Right.
Okay. He's over there, right by that bush. That's him. We'll make him the pebble. You will go and meet him behind the bush, right over there. Then you're gonna suck his dick, and we're gonna get out of here. Okay. Bring it in on 3.
What? No.
What do you mean no? What's wrong?
Well, I'm not gay.
Are you sure? I mean, you never really know until you know.
No, I'm not gay.
Okay, all right, calm down. Look, this like gay panic situation you're having right now, it's coming off a little homophobic.
What? I'm homophobic because I don't want a penis in my mouth?
Exactly. It's exactly what homophobic means.
And the thing
got me, man.
what they did well was it builds this uncomfortable tension up.
Yeah.
And it built it to the right point. Like, I
Okay,
hate it
I'll
when they
do
go
it for
too
the
far.
I
girls.
was starting to think, I was like, how old is Kenny?
Yeah,
Like,
you
is it,
start to think,
yeah.
So how is he actually going to get out of this situation?
Yeah.
And it was brilliant that it turned out to be a mistake. He thought he was asking for dollars. He was really asking for pesos. He's like, what is that, like 80 American bucks?
He just hands him some cash.
You've got to suck that guy's dick.
That's the kind of shit I enjoy.
So good.
This is my wheelhouse.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. What else you got?
I loved Sudeikis' weed setup. I really did enjoy that.
Like underneath the coffee, like in the
it's
coffee
just
table.
also perfectly laid out. I mean, I know people like this.
Oh, yeah.
Other than the cash.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone with that much money, but I know plenty of people with
Really
such
well organised
yeah.
little setup.
And the names of all the weed.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do wonder, how has that aged badly now, because it's all legal? Like, he's out of a job now, and particularly in Denver, which is one of the first places to go legal.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
the
like,
capital of it,
this
basically.
movie unfortunately was like the actual premise of him being in trouble for being a low-level weed dealer was outdated by like 2015.
Yeah, it was only a couple of years
lasted like
later.
2
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. I don't think that matters though.
No,
does
I
it?
don't
Doesn't
give
it?
a fuck.
Doesn't impact the film.
Because they could have done another drug, cocaine, you immediately think he's a bad guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Weed, you think he's just a slacker and stuff.
Do you reckon all those guys that were, low-level weed dealers or even high-level weed dealers back in the day in the States where it's all legal now, what do you reckon they're doing? Do they
Mowing
all go-
lawns.
Yeah, did they all go and get the haircut and they're working office jobs now? Or are they selling coke? Like, there's not many
Are
places.
they transferable skills?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably are.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Working on Wall Street.
But that's why that montage of him selling to everybody worked as well, in that they set up that like, as you say, if it was coke, he would have been going around to a whole bunch of either coke fiends, crackheads, or usually probably like trust fund kids or bloody corporate finance guys that are just complete assholes because it's weed. He's like going to the mum that's stressed out, and the family and all that sort of thing.
That's why I liked the montage as well.
Yeah,
because like no, everybody smokes weed.
That's right. Yeah, it was like this is a victimless crime. Yeah. It was very good.
They did that well because they could have, if it was poor writing or a poor understanding of the subject matter or whatever, then he would have been going to like alleyways and meeting the fucking the guys in the alleyway to sell his weed. No. It's just the stay-at-home mum with the baby and all that shit. Yeah,
I can't understand how those guys mugged him with the world's smallest knife.
He goes, oh shit, you're a dude. Your cheekbones were way. What is it? Your voice is way deeper than your cheekbones.
That's what he says. Yeah. But your voice is so much deeper than your bone structure. I'm going to start using that all the time. That's going to be my new line for a while. Wow, your voice is a lot deeper than your bone structure.
Did you guys like Ed Helms every time he was on the screen? Just doing something fucking ridiculously wacky.
I noticed that.
Perfectly cast.
Killer whales.
Great name too. What is it? Brad
Girdlinger, yeah. And then he was doing the ice sculpture.
The ice sculpture. It's so weird he's not wearing shoes. He's a piece of shit.
He was really
just a massive piece of shit.
I couldn't figure out. That was one of my issues with the movie, and it wasn't until I read the wiki plot synopsis and I went, One of my issues with the movie was that Ed Helms is like this, let's assume he's a billionaire at this point because he's got killer whales and an aquarium behind his desk.
Yeah.
Life goals.
Yeah. And then, but he wants to deal directly with the low-level weed dealer. And I was like, okay, this is just a mess. Like,
the college friend.
The college friends.
Yeah.
I missed that. I didn't even realize they were college friends. Was it in the dialogue?
Yeah, they mentioned it a few times, actually.
Yeah. I fucking missed that.
Also, that is relatively clever writing as well because they probably, you got to wonder, like, they're trying to write this plot and they're like, oh, okay, well, how do we get the low-level pot dealer to be interacting directly with the orc-owning billionaire?
Yeah.
They have to have some
college
connection
friends.
And they can't be too close, but they have to know each other from way back in the day. And then also having the other college mate meet him in the street.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, you're still selling weed. Like, that's how that all ties in together as well. So, like,
it was clever.
Because a couple of things we've complained about with recent movies has been plot threads that don't lead anywhere and just and then they kind of frustrate you later on.
Yeah.
They did a good job of not doing that.
I felt like everything in this was purposeful.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a joke, in saying that, even a lot of the jokes were part of the plot.
Yep.
Yeah, they managed to do that well.
Yep.
This movie had one of my favourite actors in it. I don't know his name, know his face. He's funny in everything he's ever done. It's the owner of the strip club.
Oh, Ken Marino.
Oh.
We're getting our asses kicked from across the road.
Yes.
The Apple store.
The Apple store.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
Love him in everything he's ever done.
He's the main guy in the TV show Party Down,
Yeah.
and that's how I'll always remember him and love him.
Yeah, right. What else is he in? Because he is awesome.
Pops up in a lot.
He's a hell of a that guy. Yeah.
He is, yeah.
He's fucking...
Ken Marino.
What was the Boner Garage?
Boner Garage. I do have a nickname.
I love how that Boner Garage chick is when you see when she bursts into the room. Have you heard the great news? We're allowed to start fucking the clients.
Jesus Christ.
Poor girl.
Poor clueless girl.
Yeah, that was good. What else we got? We had what I wanted to ask at the risk of getting BJ too excited was the Jennifer Aniston striptease in the garage. How did that age? As in, did you feel embarrassed for her or for the movie?
No.
Was it completely unnecessary and it was weird because the movie was so good and then
it felt shoehorned. I felt great about it. I didn't object to it.
It was obviously like
it was gratuitous, but also it was gratuitous in like a family friendly way, which might have been the problem. In that, like, I actually probably giving myself up here, but with a lot of the angles they shot of Jennifer Aniston, all that sort of stuff, they didn't know. No, I paused it quite a bit. No.
He's got 8 pages of notes just on the striptease.
It was clear to me that Jennifer Aniston was prepared to be a sexy character and a stripper, but not to show too much. Basically,
saying that she basically did a full like striptease just with like lingerie on.
Yeah.
That's nothing these days.
Yeah, that's right. I wanted more. What can I say?
That's the budget goes up, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, I didn't think it was weird at all. I thought it kind of mixed well with the movie.
Yeah.
Like she's
It went
being,
for a long time.
It just stood
Yeah,
out for me.
that's okay.
I just felt a bit like, I don't know.
Oh, you felt weird about it?
I just felt like it doesn't need this. This is something that
Is it because she's America's sweetheart? Kenny?
this is something that the Blockers movie would have in it, or one of those comedies that isn't well written and
Keep
hasn't got great
keep your
jokes.
powder dry on the blockers.
Hey,
front.
what's the blocker slander about?
Oh no, I'm just sort of no, but it's like I don't know. It's a different level of movie.
Yeah,
really,
true.
you've really pissed me off with that blockers.
Oh, name another fucking like a kind of
Like a bad
dirty.
The do-over.
What's a dirty? Like a dick joke movie, like a dirty movie.
Oh.
Yeah. I watch him.
Yeah.
I'm above that.
But you could picture a scene like that.
But no thanks.
You know, even one of those parody movies that they made.
Yeah.
Do you think it's weird and super bad when he just continuously draws dicks? Do you think?
Nah,
What about
Nah.
Sausage Party?
So you have
I didn't like that.
cartoon.
Oh
Animated.
Yeah.
Didn't care for
Yeah,
it.
not enough blood.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I'm fine. That's it. We can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was,
I was glad it was in there. it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't fit.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it was borderline for me.
Yeah.
I just don't think it bothered me at all in the slightest.
That didn't bother me.
I thought it was.
I hope she's getting paid well for this.
Oh yeah,
It's a little.
I think Jennifer Aniston knows how to
yeah.
look after
I
herself.
think she's
Yeah.
okay. She's doing okay.
Yeah, she's getting paid $1 million an episode
Yeah.
for the morning show, whatever it's called.
Is she?
Yeah, Morning
for her.
Wars. Yeah.
Good for her.
And you got
And not dancing in her underwear either.
yeah. And compared to what she did in like Horrible Bosses as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, true.
This is true.
Yeah.
So she doesn't mind doing that
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
stuff. does
Yeah,
she?
look, if you got it, flaunt
fine.
it, Jen.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Stunning. Sorry, what?
Why'd you lick your lips and say stunning? Yeah, stunning.
What else do I have? Scotty P. Should we talk about Scotty P? Yeah. Isn't he great? No, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying.
Here's a meme.
Yeah.
That no regrets has been a meme
No
forever.
regrets.
I think his best bit was at the end.
Yeah.
Where he's doing his outtakes.
Oh, so
So
good.
fucking
he's improvising, right?
Yeah.
So who is this guy?
I don't know. He must be a comedian or something because when he was the outtakes at the end, you know, they do the outtake reel at the end of the movie, the
loved
blooper
it.
reel. Yeah,
Loved it.
He was funny, man.
I need a band-aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, you man with great posture?
1, 2.
I love that they stood in front. He stood in front of those actors and improvised to that standard.
Yeah.
Like whoever he is, like bravo.
Because he
Bravo.
looked young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty clear that Offerman and Hahn were just riffing quite a lot.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I think so was Sudeikis hugely, and I think Jennifer Aniston was as well.
Yeah.
I think the director from Dodgeball, he had Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn, two of the greatest. So
Yeah.
He would have known how to.
he knows comedy.
Yeah.
And
And he
I
knows
think-
when to just let him go.
These guys are fucking off the rails. It's so good. I think a bit of the real Sudokas came out as well. Like,
Do you know what I enjoyed? And one of the things that I thought this is clearly improv was the Weed Baby. And they called it LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Which
yeah.
I just thought was clear, like must have been improvised. And then Offerman made some off the cuff comment which spoke to my heart about how the baby will always be second, will never be the best in the world, and will never be as good as Michael Jordan. I can't remember the exact joke, but I was like,
I
that's
remember it,
improv,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I promise you, that's improv.
Yeah, it was good.
And that I love that shit.
I like the don't go chasing waterfalls bit as well. I like that.
That was good. Oh, the blooper at the end.
Oh,
where they played
yeah.
the Friends theme
That
song.
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Would have been a fun set. Looks like they were having fun.
How did you guys go with the main bad guys? Like the big Mexican who was garbage.
Yeah, he was amusing though, wasn't he? He was a bit of a comic book character.
I love
that
in
guy.
comedies where the bad guys aren't threatening at all.
Yeah.
This guy was like had to say something before every time he was. I'm done.
Dutch brain just reset.
I'm done.
So there was some issues there with the bad guys, which quite often happens in comedies where, you know, why the fuck is this kind of cartel leader chasing down the American family on American soil or whatever? Like, this job might be a little bit beneath you.
Yeah.
Like that sort of stuff.
Did you see
Revenge.
like how much weed was in that RV, and then he goes to the same place in a tiny little sports car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck
Where
are you
were
going
you
to
gonna
fit
do it?
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also that guy, when he gets hit by the RV, Jason Sudeikis like, I knocked him out. I love it so much.
Yeah, that was good.
I like the border stop a lot.
Oh, man.
When Because there's subtle things like
The
that.
guy with the
where-
roach, like just the tiny
guy with
bit.
the
of-
roach
yeah,
just getting beaten, and like,
And
as they drive past,
they're still beating the shit out of him.
But I love the bit where as the illegals pop out from under the they do the Robert De Niro thing and jump out from underneath the vehicle, and the border patrol is just fucking shooting at
just
them.
start shooting.
just open fire on the family.
Sorry, folks, this happens a lot. And I was just like, that's. Like, not to be too much of a wanker about it, but that's not just a joke. That's also a little bit of social commentary, like snuck into this movie as well. And I'm like, that's fucking great. Like, Trojan horse a little bit of that shit in there every now and again.
That's why they built the wall.
Nice touch.
Yeah. Did they though?
I don't know.
Has anyone ever seen it? I don't know. Someone is.
Wasn't there heaps of videos where they were just like
walking over
like
it?
walking between?
That was scaling it.
Yeah.
It was like a ladder. It made it easier.
I had another really funny line. I had a bunch of funny lines written down. We kind of covered them off. But one of just the timing of one particular line from Emma Roberts was when David, Jason Sudeikis' character, it's kind of just after the sentimental bit and he drives off and leaves him behind. Mm-hmm. And it's a big setup, this joke, and just that she nails it. And he comes back. He's like, I'm going to go back and get him. Fuck it. And he appears at the showgrounds and he's like walking through and then he sees him and he's like, do-do-do-do-do-do, I have returned. Go fuck yourself. It's so good. She was great, man. Emma Roberts. She crushed this. Yeah.
I don't think there are any terrible characters apart from Nick Offerman's daughter. She was probably a bit...
She didn't have a lot to work with, but she was a bit weak.
She was meant to be sort of doe-eyed and clueless.
And then the villains, I think you're on there, Duff, they were a bit weak as well.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't funny.
No.
Yeah, if you're gonna have stupid villains in there like the giant Mexican with one eye or whatever, like get someone fucking really eccentric in there or really charismatic and just make them a goofball because it wouldn't matter. Like,
saying The Rock
as a villain
or Dave Bautista.
Batista would have been cool.
Yeah, because The Rock ain't playing a villain, is he? Has he ever played a villain?
Oh yeah, Doom, one of his first movies.
Yeah. Well, since he's been famous, has he ever played a villain?
Since he's been famous.
Pain and Gain, he wasn't a good guy.
Was he Pain or Gain?
He was Pain.
Oh, that's good. I had a couple of issues with it, but they weren't. We touched on it before. None of them were like movie making issues.
Yeah,
as in the movie was so clean. It was just that's a good guy to get to make movies.
Yeah.
There was nothing overly fucking creative.
No,
he just went, this is a comedy. It's a 2-hour long comedy or whatever. It's going to the cinema. We want everyone to enjoy it. I know how to do jokes well, so I'm just going to make sure everything else is really well edited and nicely shot in between.
Yep.
So the only issues I had were a couple of like story issues, which kind of touched on a little bit, like the villain, the cartel leader chasing him down over some weed. Felt a bit weird. But the other one I had was when Offerman and Hans are towing their RV.
Oh, freaks me out. Was that RV? I didn't see.
Well, no,
I
there's
didn't
not.
see a line roped up.
No. There was definitely a rope.
Didn't see
attached. The problems I have there is one. That RV had, what did they say, 2 tons of weed?
2 metric tons.
Plus the RV would already weigh probably 4 or 5 ton.
Yeah. And Nick Offerman's RV didn't look...
No, it didn't. Here's the real problem, though. They were all in the front RV. So who was hitting the brakes in the back RV?
Oh, is that what we're supposed to do?
Of course.
I've never towed an RV.
No, but maybe it was one of the illegals.
Any car. Any car. You ever towed a car with ropes?
No.
You need someone in the back car to hit the brakes.
I pay people to do that shit.
Yeah. Because if the front car hits the brakes, the back one just rolls straight into it.
If my car needs towing, I just abandon it.
All right, so you guys didn't pick
set
that
it
up.
on fire and walk away like Denzel.
Sorry for wanting better physics. So
maybe
I had
it's one of the illegals just in there fucking...
I had a real problem with that.
They employed a Mexican.
And I get it was for the movie or whatever, but I just just put someone in the other car.
It did occur to me like, how are you pulling it? And then I got over it.
Put someone in the car.
Yep.
And then the other one I had that was a real problem like that is, why did they even go camping? Other than for the jokes. Like, it was obviously a narrative thing.
Yeah.
Your RV's just got a broken fucking engine or whatever, a carburetor or whatever it is. You can still sleep in it.
Yeah. No, they
while you're out in the forest.
They did sleep in it. But Nick Offerman said you're doing our camping because they're camping and everyone else was in their RV was in their RV. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So they weren't camping. They were forced to be there, but they weren't camping. They were in the RV.
Right,
But
okay.
Nick Offerman and Catherine Hahn were not.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Because they invite them to their camp.
to their
famous
to
camp.
Their tent.
That's so awkward.
That was
touching his ear.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I just got ear fucked.
It's just like gently putting the wet willy, as we'd call it. Yeah. Just gently taking the finger.
I don't
in
know
and
how
out
they
of the
can
canal.
do that with like a straight face. And then the
How many takes?
outtakes.
Oh,
fuck,
it
that's
was
funny.
good.
Yeah.
When he spits on his hand and reaches it across. It was very good.
It would. I once again said before, it just would be fun to make this kind of movie. with this kind of
particularly
crew.
with that cast. Yeah.
And as you said, this kind of director who obviously just gives them enough rope and just says, "Here we go, have some fun."
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's there's sort of regimented by the script shots, and then he's just like, "All right, we've got some fucking tape left.
Yeah.
Go
Just
for
keep
it."
going.
He's got his storyboards, and he'll also have improv moments. Okay, do something.
Yeah.
We'll give you 9 takes. We'll
Yeah.
do the best one. So it'll just be like a storyboard, improv, storyboard.
Yeah.
Because you've got to move the story. I think that's the hard part of it. It's just improv non-stop. Get a bit tiresome knowing it's improv.
Yeah.
But this was done.
Done well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was I was pretty happy with the story as well. I really liked the story arc and the arc of David, main character, Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit, selfish, dickhead, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sucker. No responsibility.
But then he's also like, he's clearly fucking lonely and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I really liked how it kind of shifted, and then I thought it was good for a comedy.
Yeah, because a couple of things, it wasn't just one sort of revelation. There wasn't one epiphany where we're supposed to believe that this one thing happened and it changed his whole paradigm.
It was
It was things like you said about, the earlier reference, no one would notice if you completely...
Yeah.
And that's chipping away at him and chipping away at him, and then, obviously he starts to...
For sure. And then he eventually becomes like kind of a good guy by the end of it.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
You know what? He's still a prick because when he does that thing where he meets the neighbours and he's walking away, he's like, fucking, why would you come over and introduce yourself? Who fucking does that? And then the girl's like, who does she think she is?
Fuck, that dawned on me hard, man, when he walks away and he goes, who's this fucking guy think he is?
Yeah.
That he's going to come and introduce himself. And I'm like, fuck, I do that with every new neighbour.
Do you really?
Yeah, I go out of my way.
You know what I do to my new neighbours, Ken? I stare out the slats of my blinds and just watch.
I share a parapet wall with people that I haven't even shared eye contact with in the 18 months that they've lived there. I'm the fucking scary neighbour, though. I make sure of it.
Yeah, true.
I want people to just fear me just a little bit.
I like to be mysterious. I like to say, yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, is that mysterious, is it?
That's mysterious. Like,
Okay.
what is this guy's deal? Why doesn't he make eye contact or only talk on one?
Is he specky?
Yeah, I might be specky. But one lady said you're not holding your tongue right to me before.
You're not what?
You're not holding your tongue right.
What was happening?
One of the neighbours
Wait.
came over and she introduced herself, did the old thing. I'm looking after kids. I'm not looking for a conversation. So I was like, yep, no, yep. And then she goes, you're not holding your tongue right, and walked away. And I went, oh, fuck. And that did me in for about 6 weeks.
What does she mean by it?
I don't know. I still don't know to this day.
She mean you're not having a conversation properly.
Do you know what she did? She insulted you and gaslit you in fucking one
Massively.
sentence and destroyed you.
Yeah. I still figure that.
She's the boss of the street.
No, she's not. She's fucking loose.
Oh, she is. Kiss the ring.
Yeah, you better.
I hope she's not listening.
Nah, she's not. She's not. Hi to my neighbours, whoever you are, by the way. Fucking dead set.
Yeah, crazy.
Anyway. But yeah, the what I was saying about the story arc, I liked it.
Yeah.
And the sentimentality towards the end was like very cheesy, very corny, but they didn't milk it. They didn't spend too long on it. It was just...
I got a cramp!
Oh no, we've got a cramp. We've got a cramp.
Fucking right up our cunt hole. Fucking, it's behind the neck.
Get some pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Throw him your pickle
On
juice,
volleys or
BJ.
something.
That's cordial. That's not going to help.
That looks like pickle juice to me. Oh, hamstring.
Stretch
one
his
as well.
toes out.
I'm not touching it.
Touch it!
I'm not touching you.
Grab the foot! Stretch it left!
Sorry, man. It's every man for himself.
Oh, fucking no.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Feeling good. Sorry.
That's going to come back. You need to drink some water. Dehydrated.
Got any electrolytes?
Dehydrated.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll.
Oh, shit. Now he's poured Red Bull in the studio. It's unbelievable. Jesus Christ. Now he's flexing his guns at me. Just doing a play-by-play here.
It's just for listeners.
Oh, fucking incredible pain.
Yeah, yep. That sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever been bitten on the nuts by a tarantula?
You don't
know what that was? Was it bad?
Yeah, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was just a nasty looking spider. But
Tarantula.
Yeah, tarantula.
Yeah.
Once again, it had been long enough that I hadn't seen this movie that I saw the foreboding of the spider, and I was like, "That's probably going to bite someone in the nuts." But
you know what it was? It was a comeback joke.
Yeah.
You sent it early.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought it was going to like, if I hadn't seen the movie before, like land, while he's driving, like get on him and then he'd crash the car or whatever, which is basically what happened, isn't it? Or it bit him on the nuts while he was driving. Yeah. He was driving.
I just love his reaction.
And he goes down, he's not looking down.
Just jumps up and goes, fuck, like he hasn't sworn this whole movie. And he just lets loose. Will Poulter, fucking gonna be a star.
Yeah.
So, he's in the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
fucking yoked.
Is he not already a star?
I think he is now.
I think he's like
Probably
a household name.
3 years now.
Is that what did it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in the main dickhead in Maze Runner or something.
I liked him in Maze Runner. I thought he was great.
You love the Maze Runner.
Yeah, I do.
Really? Are you the one that likes the Maze Runner?
I fucking love
Hey,
the
I
Maze
like
Runner.
the Maze Runner too.
Really?
I'm a big Maze Runner guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not me.
Scorched Trials.
What did I like? Will Poulter. Actually, we'll get to Will Poulter when we do casting.
Yeah, I'm very keen to.
Has anyone got anything else for the movie itself? Did you have any other notes?
No, let's
before
run
we do
through some
cast and crew?
people. Yeah.
No. Good.
Fine. All right. Well, it's kind of, I mean, with a comedy, there's not,
No.
we got jokes.
Yeah.
Happy with the jokes? Yeah, cool. Let's do cast and crew. All right. So the director, a little bit of an interesting one here. So it's Rawson Marshall Thurber, which I'd never heard his name before.
Unreal name.
But
Kudos for the name, bud.
Rawson Thurber.
Rawson.
Had a hell of a start to his career. First movie was Dodgeball.
Fuck.
Wrote and directed it.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I don't know where he came from before that. I think he was doing ads or something like that. And then obviously he's got this script and he's gone, I've written this, someone give me money. And there we are. So that was his start to his career. Then he had a stinker after that, 4 years later, and I've never seen it, but apparently it's a stinker, which was The Mysteries of Pittsburgh.
Never heard of it.
No.
I mean,
so he wrote, directed, and produced that. So he's used his Dodgeball money to make a passion project.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
Apparently it's bad. And the fact that three of us...
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So he missed with that, but then this was next, We're the Millers, 5 years later. So he's only doing one every 4 or 5 years. So he's not running hot.
Yeah.
I think he's doing some TV and shit.
He
in the
wrote this
meantime.
or
No, he just directed this.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck was he doing for 5 years?
Who knows? And then a few years later, he does Central Intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, with The Rock and Kevin Hart. I think
Yeah.
was that their
What?
first, I think that was their first team up.
On the poster,
Possibly.
it says "Made for Duff."
Yeah,
That's fucking good.
So he wrote and directed Central Intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a bad
So he's a
film.
good writer.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Maybe that's
then-
what he's doing. Like, why he takes so long? He's writing his own
That's what I was
shit.
wondering. Is he didn't write this one? I thought if it was a 5 year gap and he was writing this, I'd be like, time well spent. But maybe he was probably just walking the earth.
Get ready for your minds to get blown.
I always am.
Guess what his next two projects are that he wrote, directed, and produced?
Schindler's List.
No.
Oh.
One was Duff's favourite movie of 2018,
Rampage.
Skyscraper.
Oh,
so close.
You were so
ready?
close.
Ready? Ready? I fucking hate that
Yeah,
movie.
shit.
Oh my
It's dog
god!
shit.
That's when he fights a
I'm
building.
so glad you can be honest about
I'm
that.
like fucking The Rock. Yes, fucking Neve Campbell.
I
Are
was-
you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then it's just a Die Hard.
I was
ripoff.
excited for it.
Oh, me too.
And it was dog shit.
It's my fucking
Yeah.
jam.
It's a fucking PG
It's got a
action
boy
movie.
in it.
Yeah.
It's got a Pablo.
It's got Pablo in it.
Yeah.
Fucking PG action. Fuck out of here.
Not into it.
And then after that, he did Red Notice. Wrote, directed, and produced. But, well, yeah. No,
I like Red
I don't
Notice.
mind Red Notice. I don't
I like
mind it. Here's what I like about Red Notice, and I'll keep my powder dry to a degree because there's a chance we'll end up doing it one day.
You will.
But Red Notice is actually really stylish. Some
Yeah.
of the way it's shot and everything.
Massively stylish.
And that's like probably the first. Skyscraper was huge in scale, and it wasn't stylish, but the set design and the way and visually it was very good.
It's crazy. It's not really regarded as a good movie, but I think it did very well.
Oh, probably
Yeah.
did. It's got The Rock in it.
Yeah.
So is he the Rock's guy now?
Yeah, I think.
So
well,
he's just done three Rock movies in a row.
3 Rock movies in
and
a row.
did he go from Central Intelligence, which is another comedy, so he's gone comedy,
Skyscraper,
to Skyscraper?
and then Red Notice, which is in between. It's like an action comedy.
Have you got
But more action than
have you
comedy?
got you got The Rock and Ryan Reynolds cooking? It's a comedy, I think.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that jump from Central, he was Wheelhouse was comedy,
Yes,
and then he didn't write Skyscraper, right?
he did.
Oh, he did.
He
Maybe
wrote
he's an artist.
Skyscraper and produced it.
Fuck.
He's an artist that's gone, all right, let's try
That's a
something else.
big
So
jump.
something-
See how we'll go with action.
I've got a feeling maybe it might have had something to do with a bit of a relationship he got with The Rock after
It sounds
Central
like it.
Intelligence. And
Yeah.
then he's like, hey, Rock, what if we put you in this sick action, like a throwback action movie, but then didn't know how to make a throwback action movie and instead made this like polished fucking turd.
Yeah, PG fucking
Yeah.
Die Hard.
PG fucking turd.
You guys are really angry about the PG.
Well,
rating.
you got Pablo, you got The Rock. Let
let's
the
let
boys
play.
fucking loose.
Let the boys play.
Yeah, you got the body from the Fast and the Furious and the Pablo from the fucking the Den. Let the boys
Den of
play.
Thieves,
Yeah.
man. Release him from the
Let him-
den.
Let him play, and then maybe kill off Neve Campbell immediately.
So,
like immediately.
you know who
You do what the Scream's Ghostface couldn't do. Kill that bitch immediately.
Wait. Let her have a threesome first.
So,
Then fuck her off.
Oh, we watched for Neve, did we? Not Denise Richards and fucking Matt Dillon.
I watched for Denise Richards acting.
fuck off. I'm a Dylan guy. I'm a
Dylan guy too.
I'm a Dylan guy. So let me ask you guys this: if a director that's done comedies and a couple of standout comedies, 3 if you include Central Intelligence,
I do.
And why not? Fuck it.
Fine.
It's in.
Then he's also done a couple of like well polished action big blockbuster movies in Skyscraper, Red Notice. What would he be most suited to directing next? Oh, think of the genre or the
Maybe a new genre, a comedy thriller.
No. But think big scale, polish, style, comedy,
Indiana Jones.
action. Yeah, that or Marvel movies.
Yeah, actually,
He'd be the ultimate fucking Marvel movie director.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he?
Would he?
He'd bring his talent from directing, which
Like
makes
a
it because
Thor.
Marvel movies are very polished.
Yeah.
The majority of them. I've seen the trailer for the Marvels.
I've seen the Marvels.
Have you?
You know what? It's fun. It's
Is
not
it?
good,
Oh.
but it's fucking fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it going for jokes?
Yeah, huge
Yeah,
jokes.
that's what all the Marvel movies do.
What
now.
I'm saying is, I didn't love it, but I can't wait to show my daughter it. She's
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
fucking
Okay.
blow her mind over it.
So this guy could do a Marvel type.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could do like a Thor,
Like a Ragnarok.
and it'd be yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
and it would look good.
Thor's
And
done with comedy.
Yeah,
You can't.
But like
Number
that-
3 just
yeah.
it broke it. Broke it.
the second Thor
is a
Ragnarok.
masterpiece.
Yeah, that one.
But the third one, it broke comedy. Broke Marvel
It
comedy.
lasted fucking 6 minutes of it. So
horrendous.
anyway, he was the reason I bring this up is because he was actually meant to direct the Ant-Man,
Okay.
and he ended up like the first one. He was signed on all that, and then he ended up cancelling and turning it down. He said, "No, I don't want to do it anymore."
Okay.
And that's about
Because the first one wasn't bad.
Well, the first one was around 2015, 16, around
Yeah.
there probably.
You
about
can't, fuck,
there, so I
you
think
can't fuck around with Disney. That would.
So he just went off to
you're
do-
putting your input in, and this guy writes and directs his own shit.
Yeah.
You know what? No.
Which is why he probably didn't do it.
Yeah.
100%.
But what he has got coming up, we've spent a fair bit on him now, so I'll move on. But what he has got coming up, which I'm very fucking excited about, is he's writing and directing The Division, which is the video game, which you wouldn't know about, BJ.
I do.
You don't play games. Me and you actually used to play that game in the day, yeah. It's basically like a virus outbreak. And there's
Pandemic
all
type
these
deal.
Quarantine zones.
Right.
There's a lot of guns and a lot of bad peoples.
And
Right.
you're basically military cleaning up the quarantine zones of the baddies. But it's Jake Gyllenhaal's in it as well. He's signed on for the lead. I think it's in pre-production at the moment. So that I'm
Jesus.
looking forward to that one.
That
the
excites
only
me.
fear I've got for it is if it's like another fucking skyscraper.
I don't think
Make it MA, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal's not going to let you
Yeah,
down.
Jake, hang on.
I don't think so either.
You'll have a word.
He's not
Yeah.
letting you down.
Jake will have a word. He'll just end of screening, first day shooting. Mate, it's me, Jake.
Yeah.
Can I come in?
What
Got some-
character am I? Or you're a rugged,
Got some ideas.
You're a rugged military man who lost his kids to the pandemic.
Yeah.
exactly.
But this is PG. Jake's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Jake's
it's
like,
not.
we're taking it in a different direction.
Well, it's a pretty violent game.
He puts him in a headlock. The director passes out cold. He
just
wakes up with his eyelids open like fucking Clockwork Orange, and he makes him watch The Guilty.
Very good.
This without me not happening.
I can picture it.
Yeah, perfect.
So that's what I got for Rawson. So keep an eye out for
Yeah.
the new one, The Division. That trailer, I don't know, who knows, it might be 2025 probably, I'd say. Jason Sudeikis, what's not to like?
He's peaked, unfortunately.
Has he?
You can't beat Ted.
Yeah, he's
What do
probably
you think
always
of
in
the
Ted
What do you
Lasso.
think of the third season of Ted Lasso?
I loved it still.
Same.
Okay.
I can't, like, fucking hell. My heart was broken over and over again,
Yeah.
over and over again.
Is the third season the latest one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Last one.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It wasn't as funny as the first one, but
Yeah.
you could see what they're trying to do.
Oh, man.
I love that show.
The heart.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah. That's he's had his imprint on modern pop culture now,
Yes,
and he'll probably
huge.
always be Ted Lasso to a lot of people.
yeah, because he was so
almost a shame.
fucking good at
Perfection.
it.
Yeah,
It was unbelievable.
yeah, and it was his
Did he
baby
win
too.
all the Emmys and all that shit for that?
Don't know.
He
don't
must
care.
have, right?
Yeah.
Who cares? But
Don't
like,
care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fucking
he must have.
unbelievable.
No, I just
Damn.
hope he got his dues.
Yeah,
I think you can't say that anymore. I think he did. I think he did. I think he's well regarded and like he was that show.
I was doing that visually. You said it. You said
got
it.
me.
Just doing it
Got me.
silently.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just so fucking charming and likable. Even
really
in
is.
even in this movie, where he's been a prick, like a prick, and he's still likable. You're still like rooting for him.
Charismatic as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
He's really
He's
good, man.
one of the few dealers you would actually hang around with.
Oh, yeah,
boys.
yeah,
You can be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, man, I got my mates in the car.
Yeah,
I gotta
go.
bounce, man. Like, No, I just don't like hanging out here, man. Your carpet's sticky.
He can kind of do anything as well, right? As in like any type of comedy.
Yeah, I think
comedy.
He can do crass. He can do slapstick.
He's best at being
can do
a
witty.
charismatic, either like borderline loser or asshole, but just on the right side of the line.
Yeah, like Horrible
Yes.
Bosses. He's fucking great in that too.
Yes.
Yeah, massively good.
This is a perfect role for him.
Have
Yeah.
we seen him in anything straight serious? Have you seen
Yeah.
him do anything?
Oh
dramatic?
yeah, he's done a lot of like
Trying to remember
Ken type movies.
Fuck.
Has
No, not a lot at all. He hasn't.
Oh, I'm thinking
but
of
I watched one. Oh, fuck, I can't remember the name of it. I'll look it up. It was a couple of years ago, I think it came out, and it was so bad. He wasn't bad in it, but it was not a good movie at all. It was oddly like B grade. But it was meant to be this really heavy kind of drama. What's it called? He just gets out. He comes out of jail, and he just didn't. South of Heaven, it's called. 2021 South of Heaven.
How many movies called South of Heaven is there?
Yeah.
14.
He gets
Also a
early
Slayer
parole after serving time, and then he vows to give Annie his childhood love. And Annie was his love before he went to prison, and she's now dying of cancer. So it's like this really heavy movie.
Sounds funny.
It's just... I watched it for him. I was like, Sudeikis isn't drifting away from his fucking wheelhouse unless there's something big here drawing him in.
Olivia Wilde. What year was it? He was trying to impress Olivia Wilde.
That, or is it like, I now want to do a dramatic thing and I want to be taken seriously, and then he's just chosen the worst project. Fuck,
he just got bad advice.
it was bad,
Because
man.
what he was so good at doing
maybe
is
he's got a
adding,
friend.
adding that
Yeah, it could be
pathos to a comedic role. Like, he's so good at putting that heart and pathos into it.
Yeah.
That you would think, okay, just turn that up a bit further and you could be a really good dramatic actor. But I just really, really struggle to see him.
And that's why I
doing
think
that.
He's also got a real cheesy face. Like, he's got that sort of smug grin.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do drama when you've got a smug grin.
It's wild,
I tell you, man, I struggle with myself.
Oh, no, I've seen you be pretty dramatic.
it's also your personality too. That's why I mean in Ted, he peaked. Like, it was everything. It was drama. It was crazy. Like, this happy-go-lucky man. Look past that few layer of onions. He's actually highly depressed.
He could,
Yeah.
yeah. But then there would be jokes. Like, you knew there was a joke coming soon.
Yeah.
So I just wonder. So it's wild to me that we live in a world where, like, someone like Jim Carrey, who, if you had told me he was ever, like, after his first few movies, if you said The Mask is going to be a dramatic actor,
Yeah.
I probably couldn't have bought it. So maybe it's possible that Sudeikis could cross over.
He could drift into it.
All it takes is one role.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly not fucking South of Heaven.
Poor guy.
So Sudeikis had a little run. So Sudeikis isn't known for being the main guy, or at least he wasn't for a good 15 years there. But he had a little run where he had Hall Pass, which he was basically the main guy in that.
That's
next
a
to
forgotten
Owen Wilson.
movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that movie.
I don't know whether it's going to age well.
No, I don't think it has. But
Well, think of the whole premise. Like, it's a bit,
Yeah, look, and you know what it'd be called these days? Polyamory, and they'd just be on fucking Facebook
It'd
telling
be
you they're
odd.
poly.
Yeah. Horrible Bosses was around there as well.
Love it.
Good movie.
And they were all within about 4 years or so.
Yeah.
So it's like, this guy's
on
fucking,
the
he's
up and
going to
up.
be the next comedy guy, if he's not already.
Yeah.
Like, alongside Owen Wilson or whatever. But then it just didn't quite go that way. And he just kept doing bit parts in shit.
Yeah.
He just kept doing bit parts. And he did a lot of TV. He was obviously like Saturday Night Live, all that sort of shit. He was very funny and charismatic as appearances. But he didn't get that. He didn't get another We're the Millers, man.
Okay.
Did he ever get another We're the
No,
Millers?
I've never really considered it. But you're
not
right,
until
yeah.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
That's like, and it's TV, which we
I
don't
think
talk about on the podcast.
It was a bit like dead before that. Like, he kind of just came out of nowhere with this show.
Yeah.
And fucking wow.
Yeah.
I think it's, you know what it did? It put him as an A-list.
Did you guys fuck with Colossal? Did you guys watch Colossal?
No.
Okay, check that one out.
What is it?
It's a weird fucking movie, but he's actually the main guy in it.
Oh, is that where he like?
It's like a monster.
A chick is the monster.
That's right.
And that's
right.
Yeah.
It's like an oddball, abstract type comedy.
It's one of the movies Ken likes.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
I'm
really
not opposed
good.
to the idea.
It came out 2020, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think I've
reckon
seen
it was
half of it.
Maybe right before Ted Lasso.
Okay.
Or around the same time.
Colossal.
Yeah. Colossal, yeah. Check it out. But other than that, that's about his Colossal's. I think his only like leading role in a movie since We're the Millers.
Yeah,
right.
so
it's like 8 years, and it just doesn't make sense.
Just hasn't got that right part.
Nah, or maybe it's because the comedy's kind of died, as we spoke about. The comedy's turned into Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Yeah.
And that sort of shit.
But maybe he just needs a more renowned dramatic director to take a chance on him and just give him a role in something.
Yeah.
Come on, Hollywood, give this guy a go.
Give Jason Sudeikis the Majestic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our boy's down
on the
bad.
Truman Show.
Yeah. I think he could do it.
Yeah.
I reckon he could do it.
See, I could see him doing the Truman Show,
Yes.
Truman Show was quite funny as well. It's like
that was in between. There's a crossover.
I think it was
a dark comedy.
Jim Carrey. Even Eternal Sunshine is quite funny as well. So
yeah.
Darkly funny.
So if we take Ted Lasso out, would you say that We're the Millers is his finest moment? Is that the best Sudeikis we've got?
I'm a massive sucker for Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, I think Horrible Bosses is
but
a better known
Sudeikis
movie.
though?
Yeah.
No, so not the movie, but Sudeikis at his best.
Yeah, unfortunately,
You reckon?
I'm Horrible Bosses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking huge.
Oh, that's fine. That's why I was asking the question.
He's thinking what every employee's ever thought.
Yeah. Very good. Is that directed at me? Because I was your boss for 1 month?
Oh, no. It was directed at, like...
I felt it.
The Dead Hopers out there. They're in Dead Hoping.
Just capitalism.
I felt it.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, we covered off on Along Came Polly, which wasn't so long ago, so I don't want to go too far on her. But I will say that I think this might be the best version of Jennifer Aniston for me.
She's excellent in this.
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah.
I'm going to sound like a broken record.
Horrible Bosses.
Yeah.
Fuck. You and your Horrible Bosses, man.
I don't think you understand how much I love this.
She's
Horrible
hilarious
Bosses-
in that, but she's got no arc. Like, she's got no growth as a character.
She's a bit character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of her greatest roles.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I think it is. I think this is peak. This is where she does the best, because Jennifer Aniston is America's sweetheart, right? She's adorable, all that sort of shit. But this is where it's like, no. I can play a fucking burnt out stripper and have a potty mouth, and like she really ramps it up a few times.
Yeah.
We talked about her a lot.
Yeah.
She's very good at comedy. Everything she's in, like The Breakup as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what she does in this role as well, which is, I mean, it's a very obvious show of talent, but like she just does that switch where like there's a scene where she's arguing and she's like, I can handle it. Like, and then Han and Offerman walk up and she just starts talking their language, integrating with them, like, and her character just changes like on a dime.
She's very good.
That's just brilliant.
Okay, I'll say it's her best role.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bullied him into
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
what the pod's for?
Yes, it is.
Bullying.
The next one I've got, we said before, we'll keep powder dry, the Will Poulter.
Yeah.
Who plays, for those that don't know, he was the one that plays Kenny or Eyebrows.
I'll tell you who Will Poulter is. He's coming.
Yeah.
He's going to be big. I think he's going to be big.
You said that, but I'm like, I feel like he's already big.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be bigger.
He's going to be bigger.
Duff's a real Poulter guy.
I'm a massive Poulter guy.
I most recently saw him in The Bear, the TV show The Bear, which is the greatest TV show on television.
It's not bad.
And he's like jacked in that. He's incredibly fucking handsome all of a sudden.
Yeah, Will Poulter.
And
like Guardians of the Galaxy, man. He plays the most...
I haven't seen it.
Incredible.
Was that the newest one?
Literally watched it this weekend.
Oh, did you?
I watched We're the Millers, and then I was like, I got a bit of time left, and I fucking chucked on Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Good, eh?
And I spent about half an hour wondering what happened to this guy.
Yeah.
And then I fucking took a 15-year time leap or a 10-year time leap and went, oh, here he is.
Yeah,
he's going all right.
Yeah, he's about to run hot.
He's a major part of that movie.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huge part.
Yeah.
Good movie? You like it?
I did. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
So he's gifted, man.
Yeah.
So Maze Runner, I said before. Have you guys ever seen Detroit?
Yep.
No.
Detroit. That's where I seen Will Poulter, and fucking I wanted to kill him.
He's good, isn't he?
100 times I wanted to kill
Evil
him.
motherfucker. I think we've brought it up on this pod before, actually.
I don't think we have.
No?
We brought up Detroit, but we never talked about that kid's performance.
Yeah, City Detroit.
He's very
incredible.
good in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays like a cop it's set in the Black Revolution times.
Yeah, it's
and
fucked up.
He's a cop that comes in and he's
urban?
I'd say it's an urban movie.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm not doing that again.
Good movie. Check it out.
Yeah, and also, let's not forget, he's also in The Revenant. And he's also very good in that. Still plays a boy in that. But now, the new version of him, he's going to start playing a man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's coming.
He's coming.
This is great.
Could he be like a Could he turn into like a Leo type? Could he be that good?
Ooh.
It's just so fucking awkward. I think he's.
Is he a comedy guy?
No,
He's got range.
I think he's coming. Like, yeah.
I don't think.
Look at his.
Could he be like a Jesse Plemons?
Yeah,
Jesse Plemons,
like a real.
He's
like,
more in that wheelhouse.
Like a character actor almost.
Yeah, I think.
I agree.
But now that he's handsome, he could be a Brad Pitt. You never know.
He's very handsome.
Yeah. But which is weird because he was obviously cast for being so geeky and awkward looking in this movie. And he's fucking excellent at it.
Yeah.
It's great costume design though, like his tight fucking khakis, his silly striped shirts.
Yeah.
But also, when you're cast in this role, you know they're not casting you to be a dreamboat.
Yeah.
You know they're casting you because you look that sort of physically goofy.
Yeah, he struck me as someone that maybe isn't naturally a comedian, but he's naturally a gifted actor, so he's able to do comedy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, you do.
I think that's what he was in this.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe, like you said, maybe like a Brad Pitt type. Maybe Brad Pitt. Actually, Brad Pitt's pretty funny when he's interviewed. But yeah, anyway. Anything else on Will Poulter other than the fact that he's coming?
He's coming.
He's coming.
Apparently he's coming.
Write it down. Write it down.
No.
Okay.
You
Emma Roberts,
wrote it
guys. Emma Roberts. She plays Casey, the other child in The Millers. Most people know her as Julia Roberts' niece.
I thought she was his sister.
It's her niece.
Okay.
I know her.
Whoa! Is it Eric Stoltz's daughter?
Eric
Roberts' daughter.
That's how I know her.
Wait, is it Eric Roberts' daughter?
It's Eric Roberts' daughter.
Wait, Eric Roberts is related to Julia Roberts.
I did tell you, I did not know that. I thought I knew everything about it.
So Eric Roberts is Julia Roberts' brother.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yes.
Yep.
And this is Eric Roberts' daughter.
I was acting dumb. Yeah.
So yeah,
she's already made more money than him in one movie.
She's already been in more good movies than him.
She has actually been in heaps.
Fucking so much.
I'm kind of holding out for her to be a star. I don't know why she's not.
Everyone has been for quite a while now.
Yeah, why isn't she?
Don't
she
know.
keeps doing these fucking cutesy rom-coms.
Yeah.
It's like, stop doing them.
Yeah.
You're better than that.
Then she
You
did
can see in this 10 years ago that she was good.
What's she doing of late?
Rom-coms.
Still?
Heaps of them. Fucking straight to streaming rom-coms, man.
Yes.
Churns them out.
Scream Queens as well.
They're those stupid fucking rom-coms as well where they're way less way less com and more rom.
Yeah.
They're the ones where like the cover of the movie, the couple's like really happy and the dude's like embracing her from behind and there's like a lake in the background and the sun is like shining through.
Yeah.
They're like those
and one of the
shitty
letters
ones.
in the title is a love heart.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're those ones.
So it's like the end
what
of
are you-
The Long Kiss Goodnight. Fucking frolicking. They're frolicking.
That was Commando.
Frolicking
Commando.
colours.
You've set him off with the frolicking.
But I just, what are you doing, Emma? You're
Yeah.
clearly fucking talented.
Yeah.
Like, she's fucking funny in this. She drops some of the best lines of the movie in this. She's as much of a prick as Sudeikis is in this.
Oh, she's ruthless. Yeah.
And
There's a lot of vulnerability to her as well, which is
I think so, yeah.
really
I think
great.
she can do...
When she
can
smiles after getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it because... Has Kristen Stewart taken all her fucking dramatic roles?
No.
Is that the problem here?
No, I think there's more than one dramatic role for ladies out there.
No, but like they're both the same age and they both look the same, so they could be in similar films.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I hadn't really considered. You reckon? I didn't.
It
Even
could
know
be
they were
a
around the
sliding
same age.
doors, like throw fucking Emma Roberts and Twilight. And
Maybe she's just another one of those middle ground people.
yeah, which is a shame. I'm holding out. I think she's still going to. I think she's still going to have her moment. I don't think we're done with her yet. How old was Julia Roberts when she fucking blew up?
Yeah,
She blew up. The world was a happier place.
What?
Pretty Woman. How old?
Fucking dare you?
Yeah, Pretty Woman.
America's Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pretty Woman.
She would have been 30, I guess, in that. So maybe Emma Roberts is around there now.
Well, Emma
Yeah,
Roberts
she'd
is
have to at
42.
Is she?
No.
She might be.
Christ.
So anyway, yeah. Anything else on Emma?
No, I thought she was great.
Yeah.
And the other thing is where these movies can go wrong. You mentioned before with the drug thing. That's definitely somewhere where these movies can go wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. They just ruin the whole thing by just not having those details right.
Yep.
But also
agree.
whenever there's going to be like a ne'er-do-well child that's fucking off the wrong side of the road.
You know what I hate? Fucking angst.
Yeah. But
she played angst perfectly.
she did. And the other thing they
She was
do,
badass.
one thing that fucks it up for me is when they stuff up like the outfit of the angsty teenager or whatever, and like they're just wearing like a Disturbed t-shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know, this.
What does he say to her? You go and get her some clothes and stay away from Hot Topic, which is like the angsty teen look. Yeah. So anyway, then I've just got shout outs because we kind of already did them. Was obviously Luis Guzman being maybe the funniest bit of the movie, was for me anyway, that sort of 5 minutes.
Yep.
Ed Helms, who was great as the villain.
He's cooking.
I would have liked to see him get a bit more time or a bit more material.
I'd like to see him get eaten by an orca.
Or that. Yeah. Catherine Hahn was fucking phenomenal.
I love
again. She hits it every time, man.
She's never been better.
She's so good at playing like neurotic, oversexed. Like jittery.
Like Step Brothers as well.
She's fucking perfect, eh?
Yeah. And then you mentioned before, Duff, Ken Marino, who is the strip club owner, and then Thomas Lennon is the name of the Reno 911 guy, the cameo at the start.
Love him.
Never knew his name. I've watched a lot of Reno 911.
Me too.
I think that show's unreal.
They did with him as well. Like the little touches. He had just like this really fucking meek man haircut. And it was just a little bit grey just around the temples. And I was like, just that little touch there. Like,
it's the dad hair.
They're sitting in the makeup chair and they're like, just give him that little touch of grey creeping in around the temples. He hasn't
salt.
got his Just For Men yet. He's just gone to pick up his Just For Men. And a bottle of fucking Shiraz for the wife.
That was pretty much the whole cast. It wasn't like a huge cast. Obviously, I mentioned Scotty P. I can't remember what his actual cast name was, which I feel bad about now.
It'll always be Scotty P to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So fun facts, guys. Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Steve Buscemi were all considered for the role of David Clark at various stages of development.
Fucking Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, that would have been awful.
It's one of the few times I'd say no to Buscemi, but the other two work.
Will Arnett would have worked, but it would have been a bit goofier.
It's a different movie with Will Arnett.
But Bateman, throw him in there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It would have been the same film.
But
he's just trying to prove his point from earlier. Let's see what you're doing.
I'm not wrong, though. I'm not wrong. They're the same guy.
They're not the same guy. Completely different.
He was sitting there for a second thinking he'd lawyered us perfectly, and then he was going to like, caught you in your web. But no, we see what you're doing.
Sudeikis has a goofy grin. Bateman is just suave as fuck and dry as fuck and delivering his lines.
But he can be a neurotic dick as well.
Yeah, he can do both.
Massive.
Yeah. I love Jason.
So I would have liked it. I would happily, if they remade this movie tomorrow with Bateman as the main, I'd watch it again, even with the same jokes, just to see how he did it his way.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
There's an idea. Anyway. Just remaking the same
movie with a different cast.
Yeah, just a different cast and just letting them cook a little bit.
Well, they're called remakes. Let's remake them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say
Same
who can do it better. Like set challenges.
Exact same lines.
The Rock plays Will Poulter. Kevin Hart plays Jennifer Aniston.
I love it.
Perfect.
The only other fun fact I had, which there wasn't a lot, the only other one I had was Jennifer Aniston claims that Where the Millers 2 has been scrapped. She claimed that in an interview earlier this year.
Okay.
But it still appears as in production on IMDb.
Yeah.
So she might be throwing us off the
Or
scent.
she's been scrapped.
Yeah.
Unless she's out of it, yeah. So I would like to watch
been
it.
replaced with
I
Jennifer
thought,
Lawrence.
man, they set it up beautifully for a sequel with the family coming together at the end there, living in fucking rich suburbia or whatever.
Yeah.
Great. We can find another story here. They're all together. And,
the problem is weed got legalized.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
fucking out of ideas. And as they said, what's he going to sling now?
Yeah,
like
they could do something with that, surely.
Yeah.
So that was it for fun facts. So we're at the sticky end of the podcast. Duff, go. What did you think?
Short and sweet. Really like this movie. I've always really liked this movie. Is it Horrible Bosses? No.
You think Horrible Bosses is better than this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm a Where the
big
Millers
Horrible.
guy.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Where the Millers, love it. Wanted to do it myself. Glad I didn't because you did it justice.
Thank you.
It's the nicest thing you've ever
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, you know what I'm like.
Right.
I'm redeeming the fuck out of it. 79.
Okay, great. Huge. What do you got, BJ?
I really enjoyed this movie. It's very competently made. It's well paced. It's just very well done all the way around. Cast perfectly. Fucking full of zingers. Like plenty of zingers for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just love the sharpness of some of the script. Doubling down on a joke. The non sequitur joke, flipping it on itself. All of that stuff. Love it.
Yeah.
Not too much stepping on the rake. Just enough giant balls. Perfect amount. Got it perfect. So I too am going to redeem it. I'm going to redeem it highly. I'm going to give it 74.
Great.
Haven't watched it for a while, but I would be happy to get to watch this again in the short term.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking it was a really
Got a lot
fucking
of the
rewatchable
rewatchable
movies.
It is, yeah.
Because it's fucking funny.
It doesn't.
I basically just agree with what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I don't have much more to add to that. it's just really good comedy writing. Like, simple as that. Or improv, whichever way you want to look at it. Whoever's making this movie knows comedy, and the cast fucking knew comedy.
Yep.
And throw
they
that
know
all
when
together.
to get the fuck out of the way and let the clever people cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, as said before, it was a good enough storyline, and it had...
It's a believable story.
Yeah, and it had some nice character arc stuff where it was actually like a bit of, what would you call it, a bit of depth to the comedy, which is a kind of a Judd Apatow thing, but this guy, what's his name, Rawson, has pulled it off quite well. So make this point, what a time it was when a movie like this could make 270 mil. Take me back, man.
Yeah, it's never happening
Put me
again.
in that. No, take me back. I want to go back.
Yeah, so do I.
We have to go
for
back.
so many fucking reasons.
You got to stream that shit now.
So I am going to give this movie also 74.
Nice.
And if you disagree with me, then I'll personally do a Jennifer Aniston style striptease in front of you.
Oh,
which you don't want that.
You're wrong.
I disagree so bad. All right, awesome. So next week for the minisode, we're going to do some road trip stuff. So road trip movies, because this is a quintessential kind of road trip movie.
Yeah, great.
So we're going to do our top 5 road trips.
Nice.
And then as we discussed before about the last 10 years of comedies and what's kind of happened there, I thought we'd do a comedy movie draft, but only comedy films from the last 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah? All right, cool.
All right.
Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Love you all.
God damn, what a rush.
Bye.
Woo, we did it! Nicely done, Millers. Give it up. Very good job. Here you go. Rose, yeah. David, there you go. We are all officially international drug smugglers. Added to the resume. How about a little victory music, huh? Oh, no.
Don't change it. I love this song.
Me too.
What? I didn't even like this song when it was popular.
Come on, listen up, David.
Don't do this.
What?
This isn't even a good victory song. No, stop. You're not doing this. It's embarrassing.
You're moving too fast.
Come on. I seen a rainbow yesterday, but too many storms have come and gone, leaving a trace of not what God given me. Is it because my life in 10 shades of gray? I pray all 10 fade away, seldom praising for the sunny day. You claim the insane and name this place in time for fall and pray to crime. I swear the system got you victim to your own mind. Dreams are hopeless aspirations in hopes of coming true. Believe in yourself, the rest is up to me, and don't go chasing water.